Riveting content, empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of All Things Beauty. Tonight we are on episode 103, and I'm really excited to get into tonight's episode because we are talking about closing out for the spring. We're getting ready to go into summer here, and getting ready for the summer, getting ready for some summer fashion trends. And we have none other than Miss Tori Shalea on the show tonight. She has come to us a second time, and so she's coming for a part two, to talk styling, to talk summer, to talk all things wardrobe. So Miss Tori, how are you tonight?
Hey, I am good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. It's good to have you back on the show.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I was like, oh goodness, I'm nervous, but it's good to be back. I'm
Right.
getting used to it.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good. Because you have YouTube, which I know we'll talk about in a little bit, but you're kind of in front of the camera a little bit more now.
A little bit more.
Okay.
Yes. I'm slowly getting comfortable with it.
Okay, good. Well, I'm excited to get into it and talk summer with you. Before we get started, what are you wearing on your lips tonight?
So tonight I went to kind of my new favorite, Yash. I kind of rediscovered it in my lipstick
Okay.
collection, and it's kind of like a really neutral color.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
Very nude. It's kind of like my go-to now. I
Uh-huh.
really like to keep it simple these days,
Right.
especially with me being on the go.
Yeah.
So I have that on there
Okay.
with like a little bit of brown liner.
Is it like a matte or is it a...
Yeah, so it is. It has a matte finish, but it's still very creamy.
Okay.
So it's not like super
Not
super
drying.
drying.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, on me tonight, I'm definitely all about the nudes. I'm really into definitely like makeup, but kind of the brown skin coming through,
Right.
you know, still kind of a neutral look and definitely nude on the lips. So people have been telling me about Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is their liquid lipstick, and it's called Allison. And so I actually got my makeup done for a wedding a few months ago, and they used this color, and I was like, oh, I gotta have this. So I just recently picked it up, and
It's really pretty.
It's a liquid lipstick. It's not too bad. Anastasia's mattes aren't that drying, but I mean it's a liquid lipstick, you know, so
Right.
it's not creamy by any means, but it's good. It stays put for hours, so.
Try it out.
Yeah, definitely.
pretty.
They're a little pricey, but they last. You don't need a lot, you know.
Right.
So, but okay. So you've been on the show before, and the first time you were on the show, you were talking your styling business. We talked a little bit about the spring. So tell me what's been up with, Tori Shalea, the stylist. What's been going on?
Man, it's been a blessing, honestly. I've gotten a couple styling projects. I've work now with someone who I shop for monthly.
Okay.
So that's been really fun, just helping her recreate her whole wardrobe. I've done a lot of photo shoots, which, we work
Right.
together. And here recently, I just launched a virtual styling program, which, you know, I'll kind of go into later. So everything is working good, considering I'm still doing this on the side. I'm, you know, getting a few clients a month, closet cleanse, you know, doing style assessments. And it's really been fun, and it's been rewarding just to see, you know, how I'm really helping my clients. And how they're coming back and saying, oh my God, I hear you in my voice. I can shop now, or I actually enjoy shopping. So yeah, I mean, I've literally been getting some really, really good clients lately.
Right. Are you finding that women are understanding, like, okay, this is styling, but it's not just for this high celebrity, like people, everyday modern women can have styling? Are you finding that women are getting more comfortable with services like that?
They definitely are, because they feel like, you know, I'm helping them in a way to simplify their life, which is really ultimately my purpose. Whether it's just giving them tips or just kind of, you know, giving them the blueprint on how to develop their own personal style.
Right.
So they're seeing that, you know, it's affordable and it's attainable, and that there are so many options to still cater to them at an affordable price. So it makes it a lot more easier for them to be receptive of that, and, you know, to kind of pass the information on to the next person, and seeing and respecting it as an actual service, you know, a need. Right.
So now that you've been doing it for a while, what part of which one of your services is your favorite one to do now that you've been doing it?
I don't know, because I really love all of it.
Yeah.
To be honest. I would probably say my favorite is closet organizing, and then my second would be like the style sessions. I love putting outfits together.
Right.
I guess because both of those require a lot of critical thinking, and so I'm able to kind of use that other side of my brain. So those two are my favorite. I like shopping for my clients too, but those two will probably stand out the most.
Right. Where do you tend to go for shopping with your clients? I guess it depends on the look that they're going for, but are there any go-to stores that you're almost in every week or every other week doing your shop sessions?
Yeah. I mean, because I deal with day-to-day women and we're working with budgets, but we still want quality pieces. I'm in your Marshalls. I'm in your Nordstrom's, Nordstrom's Rack. I'm not big on department stores, so Nordstrom's is about as far as I'll go. Now, if I'm looking for something specific or for an event, I will, you know, venture off into Macy's.
Right.
Because they have an excellent shoe department.
They do.
It's like
and good sales, too.
Yeah, great sales, and I love to go there for shoes.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I try to get my clients to back away a little bit more from fast fashion, so I don't hit the Zara's or H&M's as much. I still will every now and again, especially for like accessories and stuff like that, but I tend to, you know, do the TJ Maxx and kind of those places.
Right. Those are definitely some places that you can walk in them and always find something.
Yeah, you're going to always find something. You're going to find good quality brands and different sizes.
Right.
And they cater to that. And then I also do a lot of online shopping for my clients too.
Nice. Do you have any like online go-to places as well?
I have been building this list. So I have been building a list of a lot of new stores. There's some based in Europe, and obviously right now I can't think of most of them, but I still do the ASOS a lot. Universal Standard is another great one for like my plus size client that I work with. There's LV, there's Eloquii, there's I have the list goes on. Right.
Okay, it's good. I know I wanted to ask that because so many women, shopping seems to be going online. I mean, a lot of women would love to shop from their bed versus getting up and going to the mall or to the store. So I always like to hear people share what are their great online, places to go to, because I think women are always looking for a great online place to shop.
Right. Yeah, my go-to is always naturally ASOS because they house a lot of different brands. But like I said, I have been finding smaller companies that are, like I said, based in Europe. Or just, smaller boutiques that have good stuff. I recently started shopping personally with I don't want to mispronounce her name, but Nicole Linnell. I believe she's a young lady in California. She actually has some really, really nice pieces. So that's kind of a place that I've been shopping from lately too. For some of my clients as well as myself.
Right. Well, I was recently one of your clients. For those of you who don't know, I just recently launched a blog called For the Love of Beauty. I've talked about it here on the blog a little bit, but it's finally up and going. So make sure you guys go check it out. But one of the things that I wanted to do is really brand the blog and brand myself and bring myself through the blog. So, of course, I was like, I have stuff in my closet that I haven't worn. and I may not even really realize how to put together. And so I was like, I definitely have to get Tori on board for this project. And it was a really good session. And we put together actually several looks, I think 6 or 7. And so of them, I chose 2. And she put together a really summery denim and kind of like these kind of peachy pink pants. Right. And, you know, as you look at this, what made you put these 2 pieces together right here?
Well, I mean, I think naturally I'm always going to feel like denim is always a good idea. So when you showed me the blouse, I was like, oh, okay, this can literally go with any pair of pants or skirt or dress that she had in there. But I thought the play on colors were really nice together. I felt like it matched you. It kind of brought a little bit of casual with the denim to kind of like the dress of your pants. Right. So I felt like it was a good fusion, and you know, it gave a different look from the look that we had already styled with the pants.
Right, for sure.
Suit. Yeah.
And what's funny about this top is I literally bought this top from Agassi, of all places. Maybe it was over a year ago, and I've only probably worn it once or twice, and it's just been in the closet. So when you pulled that one, I was like, what is she gonna pair with that? Because I've had this for a year and I haven't been able to pair it with anything. And when you paired it with that pair of pants, I would have never thought it. And when I wore it, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. And I've since worn that top on a pair of jeans and on another pair of slacks, and it makes total sense, but I would have never thought to do that. So that was for the win. And then the second look, I really, really love this look, was a really chic black and white look. Kind of had a suit feel, but it had the shorts. There was a lot of moving parts in a way with this, because you got a bodysuit with, you know, some shorts and the blazer. So tell me about this look and what made you put this together.
Well, I think, you know, you more so inspired me in terms of just kind of your personality and what I know of you. To me, I just feel like black and white is always classy. It's always modern. It's always sophisticated. And I felt like that was a great representation of you as a person. Right. And then as well as with your brand. Right. So that was kind of an easy thing for me. And I love black and white, but I loved how we were able to kind of make it like a suit look, but make it very summery. Right. And make it very relevant. And something that this picture is absolutely gorgeous. And I feel like this is something that any woman would want to wear, whether they're wearing it, you know, to brunch, or they're wearing it to an event. Right. Or, you know, wherever they wanted to go in that. And
that's what I love about it, because the same thing with those shorts. I bought those shorts last August. Haven't worn them, and I wasn't sure. And I knew, you know, like a bodysuit would go with it, but I just wasn't sure exactly how to style it. So when you put it together, and then with the nude heels, like I love the black and white on nude. People think they have to wear black shoes with black and white, and you don't have to. You can wear nude. You can wear a pop of color, you know. Right. So this is definitely, I loved shooting in that one.
That one,
that was awesome.
That one came together really nice.
Yes, it really did. So before we move on, this portion of the show was sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33%, or more than 77 million of Americans, don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And I think that goes good, because a lot of what your business is, like you said, simplifying your life. And when you do shopping, doing it in an affordable way and not going to all this debt, or, you know, just doing the most with the credit card, with the debit card even, to shop. So I feel like your business really aligns with that, you know, right there.
It does, because I mean, I know from experience, I've always loved to shop, and I would, you know, spend hours shopping. Even when it came to the time I was thrifting in college, you know, I would consume all these clothes, and over time I find myself either giving them away, or they're just collecting dust. And I had all of the stuff that I was attached to that I really wasn't getting any use out of. And so, just kind of going through that process with myself and kind of decluttering my life in all different aspects. But when it came back to the clothes, it was just like, Tori, you really only wear so many items.
Right.
And those are the items that you tend to wear the most. And most of the time, it's items that you don't want to iron.
Right.
So I really had to kind of declutter myself and purge my own clothes. And the thing is, a lot of times we shop, emotionally.
Yes, that's me for sure.
We get so emotionally attached to our clothes, and then we shop because the way that consumers are and the way that they're marketing and branding nowadays, it's making it so.
It's like the thing to do.
Yeah. It's becoming kind of an addiction.
Yeah.
So I really try to hone in on that with my clients and just show them proper, techniques on how to build a wardrobe that is intentional.
Right.
That works with your lifestyle. How to, stop buying clothes. Just stop.
Just to have stuff, just to have it. Right. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Okay, so let's move into. We're getting ready to go into summer. We have 20 days? Today's May 1st, so we have 20 days left of spring.
Right.
So I know there's some people out there who have not done their spring cleaning. They have not completely moved out the winter stuff in preparation for summer and warmer months.
Right.
So let's go on to some tips for spring cleaning. I know you've been doing some closet cleanses. So have you done a little bit of spring cleaning for any of your clients, or maybe that wasn't your initial goal, but when you started doing the cleanse, that's what you ended up doing, was a little bit of spring cleaning and getting rid of some things for colder months and getting ready for the warmer months yet?
Well, the ones that I've done so far, I guess it was a little bit of that, but most of it was just cleaning and purging in general. With Houston, our temperature is so funny, but it doesn't get too cold. So most of the clients don't really have a lot of items that necessarily need to be stored. They may have a few sweaters. So a lot of times I'll just either have my clients fold those sweaters, or we'll put them on some kind of hanger, fold them a certain way, and we'll put them kind of to the back of the closet. But a lot of times I prefer, if there's space, to kind of, especially if it's like cashmere sweaters and stuff like that, just to kind of nicely fold them and kind of put them in like the canvas boxes, the ones that you can get at like IKEA, Walmart, Target. Kind of put those in a little box and put it up at the top of the closet. Boots. So I know a lot of us have boots, and a couple of hacks that you can do with the boots. You can either take your magazines, newspapers, kind of roll them up and stuff them in there so that they can sit up. You always want to use that, or you can just go buy the boot fillers that you can get like a Container Store or on Amazon. Another thing you could do is take old wine bottles, put them inside your boot, and then also kind of put some like lavender or some kind of oil inside of the wine bottle to kind of keep keep the boots and the shoes fresh. So that's kind of something you can do with those. A lot of times what I have my clients do for their coats is to put it on either side of the closet, but make sure it's back. A lot of times, depending on where you're walking into your closet, you kind of want your eyes to be drawn to the lighter colors. It's going to make your closet appear bigger. So whenever you have like, your tank tops or your short sleeve shirts, you kind of want to put those in the middle. And kind of focus going light to dark. So if you're opening up the door in your closet and you're kind of in the middle of your closet, you want to put all your light pieces in the middle and put all your darker pieces to the back. So that way it visually
expands in a way.
Expands the closet.
That makes sense.
Size.
I never thought about that.
But one of my first rules when I do any closet cleanse is to purge. Go through your items, see if they fit. You don't want any items that are clingy, any items that are old. And most of the time I have my clients, when you're of a certain age, I always say certain stores kind of leave behind. So some of those brands I'll take on out first. I'm like, okay, now we're going to build a quality-based wardrobe. Just taking out clothes that don't fit, that don't align with your lifestyle, that doesn't align with your body type. So I call that the big purge. Then you want to consolidate, taking out boxes, wire hangers. A lot of times we'll keep, shoe boxes. If shoe boxes are taking up too much space, I always tell my clients just to take them out. Maybe invest in a shoe rack, or place all of your shoes at the top of your closet. You want to keep the bottom of your floor on your closet as clear as possible, because that's going to also appear to, make your closet appear to have more space.
That makes a lot of sense. So people, I know you mentioned that if people have sweaters, you know, or any kind of winter products, either put your coats at one end of your closet or fold them and put them up high. Do you have any hacks for utilizing underbed storage at all? I know a lot of people tend to put, whether it be boots or whether it be they get some of the plastic containers and put stuff in underneath there. What kinds of things are best to go under the bed if you've got to store something under the bed?
I like to take, like, you know, some people just can't get rid of T-shirts. Like, I still have a lot of sorority T-shirts and paraphernalia that I don't wear, but I'm not really necessarily ready to get rid of. A lot of, like, just rolled up T-shirts. Just roll them up, put them in either the plastic zipper bags or some of, you know, the containers. Just roll them under the bed. Maybe some shoes that you don't wear as much. Your gym shoes is a good place to kind of just roll under the bed so it doesn't take up a lot of space. Because a lot of times we want our closet to aesthetically look nice. Right. So those things that may not look as good and it may be somewhat of an eyesore, you might want to roll those up, put those under the bed. Right. Boots is a good place to put under there if they just take up too much space, like your thigh-high boots or something like that. Yeah, just mostly those things. Okay. Yeah, to roll up under there. Especially with the T-shirts. I'm just like, T-shirts, sweatshirts, things that you just pull out, you know, just to throw on when you need them. Yeah. If you don't have if you're working in a smaller space, such as a studio, it's a good place to put your gym clothes as well. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a break right here and talk to our viewers on Facebook Live. Facebook Live, we're really excited that you're tuning in with us tonight. We really thank you for coming along, you know, for this ride of this show. And we ask that you subscribe to our show on all of the major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know if there's any topics that you're interested in us, you know, talking about on the show. If you're interested in being a guest on the show, reach out. Let us know. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends, because I'm sure everyone's wanting to know, how can I clean? How can I get it together for the summer? And, you know, as we're getting ready to go into what's going to be hot for the summer. So people want to know about that. So make sure you share. And finally, donate to the mission of bringing enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can make a donation at www.thesphere.tv/donate. So Facebook Live, we are getting ready to say bye. We thank you for tuning in. Again, if you subscribe, you'll be able to catch the rest of the show. So we look forward to having you watch the rest of the show once it's posted. So thank you for tuning in, and we are saying bye to you. Bye. Bye. All right. So let's go into, well, before we do that, we were talking about, you know, spring cleaning, getting ready for the summer. You mentioned some of the things to get rid of, and I remember a couple. You said definitely certain brands if you're a certain age, and let's talk about that. So what is the certain age about generally, and what are the brands that you kind of want people, once they, you know, women, once they get to that age, to kind of move on from? This is kind of tough to say out loud, but like I said, I'm at that age yet. It's not so much like an age thing. It's just like once you know, somewhat when you get into age and you're established and you're well at a, you know, certain level with work and stuff like that, right. I really feel like fast fashion is going to be there. So there are times where it's cool to, you know, rely on fast fashion, but it becomes a time where you want to build a wardrobe that is really quality, something that will last for years and years. You know, that's why people spend money on Burberry trench coats, because we know that coat is never going to go out of style. Right. You know, so you want to start, if you know that, if, you know, 9 to 5, you have to wear slacks or you wear dresses, you want to just, you know, pay a little bit more so that you can get more wear out of those. So I know I may hit some people, but anytime my clients, which most of my clients are around my age, I'm like, girl, we're going to get rid of this Forever 21 blouse, this Forever 21 dress, because, you know, we know that this stuff is not meant to last. Right. You know, a lot of times it may make it a couple of seasons, but essentially it's going to wear and tear over time. Right. You know, just some of the, I'm not going to say everything in Zara. There are some things in Zara that are okay, but there are some things that are not made as well, and the quality, the turnaround is just so fast. I will say, though, some of H&M's higher end line actually has some really good quality items. I do tell my clients, like, you know, if you have basics, if you just want some white tees, you know, that's still a place to go to. You know, go ahead and get your little simple stuff from there. Right. But when we talk about your staple pieces, like your trousers, your jackets, your coats, The things that are supposed to be the foundation of your wardrobe, those are the things you don't want a Forever 21 with, you know?
Right.
So it's not so much about, no, don't shop at Forever 21.
Yeah.
They still have cute stuff. They have relevant stuff. But that's a place that I would go to if I'm wanting to experiment with a trend.
Exactly.
A seasonal trend and something that I'm like, okay, I'll take this to Buffalo Exchange.
Right.
You know?
And get something for it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I actually have a personal story because when we were doing my styling, I had those wide leg white slacks from Zara that I've been looking for a pair of wide leg white slacks forever. And I'm a petite short person, so that's hard for me to find. So I found these $65 slacks at Zara, and I didn't realize when I tried them on that they were kind of see-through. So you saved me $65 because you would like, take those back, wait until you find, like you said, something of quality that yes, you may pay a little bit more for, but it's going to be constructed better, it's going to be built to last, and you may spend a little bit more for it, but it's gonna last you versus the $65, you know, Zara slacks that you can see through, first of all. So I'll have to be worrying about all the undergarments and all that kind of stuff. And then eventually over time, it's gonna wear, and I'll be mad about that. So that was really eye opening to me because I didn't even think about it like that, you know. Yeah.
Some of those brands, it's just like when you talk about ROI, return on investment, is usually not that great because you may get one or two wears out of them before something tears, or you're just like, you know what? This is not really good. And when it comes to trousers, especially like white pants, you want to make sure that they are well constructed and that they do have a proper lining on the inside, so that way it's not so sheer. And then it doesn't take so much work trying to figure out what undergarments I'm going to wear to camouflage.
Right, because that's for the birds. You're already thinking about putting together an outfit. Nobody wants to think about what kind of undergarments do I need to wear. You know, we're 30-something years old. At least we are. Nobody wants to think about, am my underwear showing? You know? So
like, is that line showing?
Right. Nobody wants to think about that. So that was definitely eye opening. Okay, so we'll move on to summer. So we've talked about our spring cleaning. We've talked about how to get rid of, what to get rid of, some tips on, how to get rid of any, sweaters that you may have, or at least move around any sweaters you may have, any coats you may have. Let's talk about this summer. We're in summer 18.
Yes.
What is going to be hot this summer? What have you already seen on blogs or just in the shopping that you've been doing? I guess if you could think of 3 or 4 trends or just statement pieces that are going to be hot this summer, what would they be?
Let's see. If we're talking about trends, I think color was a big play this year, and yellow was like everywhere. Yeah. Yellow took my heart this season personally. It's part of my brand color. So yellow is really big in terms of color, yellow, pinks, and reds. I think it's about being bold this year. It's like the play on bold, and then of course you have the pastels. Pastels kind of come back every spring. Right. And they're going to play into the summer. I think white as well in terms of color is going to be great on shoes. Okay. You're going to have statement pieces like ruffles, which are really big. One of my favorite trends right now is what I have on today. It's the belt bag. Yeah, okay. It's literally my favorite accessory right now. I'm so glad because in terms of trends that I wanted to go was the baby backpack. I absolutely hated the baby backpack. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, okay, y'all, please take that away. Yeah. So kind of the fanny pack belt bag is big. They're bringing back plastic. Okay. Which I love. The plastics. It's the plastic Celine bag that I really want right now. So I think that's going to be pretty nice for the summer. Yeah, I think the summer is not so much. It's going to be like fabric, sequins, checks. In terms of patterns, florals is still going to be kind of high. So to me, it's not too much. A lot of new things. I think the focus kind of was color, texture this summer. Right. Kind of redoing some things that they've kind of done before. Right.
Okay. So while we're there, let's pause and talk about another sponsor that we've got here. This portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel like they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, it can be daunting, and it can be uncomfortable. But Dr. Baptiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Chandra Padiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680. So colors, textures. One of the things that I've been seeing, and I don't know if it seems new, but kind of midi length things. So of course the dresses have been in, but culottes are back in.
Yeah.
Do you see that going into the summer? Do you think that was just kind of a springish thing?
I feel like the culottes has kind of been around. I think it's survived like the last couple of seasons. I remember having culottes like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And loving them. It's literally one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I just have to be careful because of my body type.
Right.
In terms of what kind I buy. But I want them to stay around.
Okay. Yeah.
I probably will still wear them.
Yeah. Because it's so funny. My mama, she was like, are culottes back in? Because you're right. I mean, now that I think about it, you're right. Maybe the lengths were a little bit longer, but they were in some form or fashion in. But now, I mean, every fashion blog that I look at, people are wearing culottes. Yes. So that's definitely in.
Yeah, the culottes, like I said, it's been in, and I think it's getting more popularized again. And so it's just one of those one of those statements, one of those pieces, that just kind of adds a little bit of flair. Right. It adds a little to, typical wardrobe. Right.
You talked about certain accessories, kind of like your I guess your messenger bag. I guess I don't know if you would call it like your
belt bag,
kind
of fanny pack.
What about like other accessories like hats and even jewelry? Do you think, especially I guess mainly the hats, because people do what they want with jewelry, but I know floppy hats were in for the longest. Do you see that kind of coming in? Are people getting a little bit more controlled with their brim, kind of like what you have on?
I am always going to be here for a very strong brim. I am not a floppy hat girl. Okay. There's no shade to that. I just have this thing for well-structured hats.
Right.
I think the straw hat is going to essentially kind of be one of those things like the trench coat. That won't go out. It'll always be relevant in the spring and summer.
Right.
So in terms of the hats, I think a lot of women are even getting to like the baseball caps with the logos, with the pretty colors, with the signatures. Those are always nice to kind of throw on. I know they were kind of doing the bucket hat for a minute, and it's not one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the bucket hat. I call it I can't think of the term at the moment, but kind of the Kentucky Derby kind of hat.
Okay, yes.
That'll work for the season. It'll probably go out, but it works for right now. In terms of jewelry, bangles are kind of statement.
Yeah, those seem to go in and out, but mostly in.
Mostly in.
Yeah.
Depending on how you, stack them and put them together. Right now, tassel earrings are really
big.
They
are.
Like the tassel and the fringe earrings are really popular right now with a lot of colors, bright colors. Those are really pretty, and I love earrings personally.
Yeah.
And I feel like glasses are kind of a comeback. I mean, it's something that I've always done since high school. I love statement glasses, but I see that some of these designers are really stepping their game up with making glasses actually make sense. I mean, who wants to pay $500 for, typical tortoiseshell glasses like Gucci, and a lot of these other, I think Prada and Chloe, a lot of these other designers are making glasses that are making big statements.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because it seems like, and I guess it's all about everyone's individual style.
Right.
But you definitely see certain things that don't go, like the fringe seems to be something that goes and comes, and right now fringe seems to, even last fall fringe was in, so it seems like fringe is going to be here to stay for a while, not only in the accessories but just even the clothing and the skirts and the tops, tassels on tops and things like that. I guess it's a very boho-ish kind of look.
The fringe is definitely very boho, and it could still be very much chic depending on where it's placed on the particular item. So I definitely think fringe is here to stay. I just hope it's not like in a literal Woodstock kind of sense.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping that part goes out, but just kind of repurposing fringe in different ways, like on shirts and I'm hoping that's where it goes.
Right. Okay. Well, one thing that will always be popping for the summer are dresses. I mean, I guess unless you're just maybe a girl who doesn't really like dresses, you may not wear them. But even some, it seems like if you're really with trends and fashion right now, even if you're not a girly girl, you still find a dress that works for you, even if it's just to run errands in or do a brunch in or there's still a dress even for the non-girliest girl, if you will.
Right.
So I wanted to talk not only talk summer dresses, but I wanted to talk about summer dresses and what type of dress works best for different body types. Because, of course, we are women. We all look different. We are all built different. And
Right.
everything is beautiful. But different women can wear certain things look better on certain body types.
Right.
So I'm going to go through a few body types. And you can tell me if you were styling a client with that particular body type and they said, Tori, I really want to build a wardrobe of summer dresses. What would you tell them? Okay. So let's start with like an athletic body type.
So I actually have a client who has more of an athletic build, and a lot of times when you're an athlete, you tend to have broader shoulders, a little bit more slimmer, and you don't have as many curves. So naturally, to create those curves, you want kind of an A-line skirt, kind of the skater skirt where it naturally kind of flares out. And, a lot of times it will depend on their style. So it's kind of like, I can't just put any kind of dress on her.
Right.
It needs to, kind of go with her style as well. So, yeah, I would typically go towards like a A-line dress, skater skirt if she's, kind of a tomboy rock and roll style. She could still very well do a fitted kind of a bodycon dress. However, the play on the sleeves will be different. So I would probably want either kind of a halter top dress to kind of soften her shoulders a little bit, or maybe, kind of one of the dresses where the sleeves are off the shoulders, where it kind of makes it a little bit more feminine.
Right. On her shoulders if she's broader. Now, what if you have an athletic build or just maybe someone who's bustier maybe busty at the top, not necessarily curvy at the bottom? Right. Would that change how you would style her?
I honestly style them a little similar. Okay. Because the eye naturally goes up and it still kind of creates this narrow space at the bottom. It still kind of creates this triangle space. So what we're doing is trying to balance that out. So again, I'm going to go for, they're more ideal for like the poofier bottoms. Okay. Or sometimes pleats, depending on where it sits. A lot of times if you're top heavy, you don't want to do so much high waisted because it's going to bring a lot more attention to the bust. Right. So you kind of want to find something that hits like right around the hip. You also, and a lot of times, depending on, most of the time, they usually have a smaller leg. So you don't want to get something too long. Right. You want to get something that hits like right about the knee, maybe just slightly under so that it balances that out. And again, staying with the A-line, kind of fuller bottom.
Right. Okay. So let's switch to my body type, which is petite. Okay. What are your thoughts on, summer dresses for petite women?
For petite women, really is more so length. Okay. When you're petite, you're able to get away with a little bit more. However, you just want to make sure that you keep most of your dresses, even if you want to do the whole midi, trend thing, you want to make sure that you keep it a little bit below the knee. Okay. You don't want to get too long because then it starts to look a little old-fashioned or dated or ill-fitting. Right. And of course, even with being petite, whether you're pear-shaped or if you're still busty and petite, you still, the rules still kind of apply based on where your waist sits in terms of where your if you whether it's high waisted or empire waisted. But yeah, most of the time, like I said, with my petite clients, you kind of want to keep it around the knee area or maybe just a little bit longer. Right. And I remember when we did my style session, that was something you told me because I had a couple of skirts, longer skirts that were coming maybe to the calf on me. Also, I think I had a pair of culottes that were doing the same. And that was one of the things you were saying is if it goes too long, it almost kind of cuts you off, cuts you down. And if you're already short, you don't want to look shorter or stumpy in any kind of way. And if you do decide to wear, say for instance, you want to wear a nice fitted midi dress, make sure you're wearing like a pump or something that's open. You don't want to do the strap because the strap will
cut you off
as well. So you want to kind of elongate that and keep that longer. You also want to stick with stripes, solid colors, something that's going to keep you kind of elongated as well, right? As opposed to a lot of patterns because sometimes they can kind of
cut you off. Okay, that makes sense. What about curvy women?
Curvy women. I'm a curvy woman, so. For us, it's not really difficult. I mean, a lot of times if you are curvy, you want to make sure that you are using lines and that you're wanting to use colors that are a little bit darker and slimming in the midsection or going down. Same for us, whether you're tall or short, you still kind of want to keep it at like knee length, maybe a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make sure when you're hippier that it graces you.
Okay.
It's not clingy, it's not tight, but it grazes, slightly over your hips. You don't want anything that's going to cause bubbles or gathering. And a lot of times if it's loose, what I've kind of learned on myself too, it actually makes you look bigger.
Yeah.
And I've kind of struggled with that because I'm more of a, kind of a tomboy avant-garde type style. And, I like my clothes loose fitting, but sometimes it's not as pleasing. I look a lot wider than what I am.
Right. Gotcha.
So a lot of times when you're curvier, you do want to kind of play up those curves with wearing, more fitted dresses.
Right.
And of course, every woman is going to wear an A-line dress. It just, once again, goes back to your style and kind of goes back to your proportions.
Right. Okay. Well, before we go on to our last body type, this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send over an email to advertise@thesphere.tv. So the last body type is apple shape.
Okay.
And I guess that's kind of where you are, I guess, rounder at the bottom, but maybe not so much at the top.
Yeah, where you pretty much carry most of your weight in the midsection.
Okay.
And the top and the bottom could vary, but most of your weight is typically in the midsection. A lot of times with those, I have a client that's similar to that build. And what we like to do is just kind of keep everything dark.
Okay.
Again, streamline. Maxi dresses work really well for this type. And of course, you don't want anything that has, like, how they have the summer dresses that kind of have like the empire waist, or it has like a wide waistband. So you want to obviously avoid those because it's just going to create,
accentuate that area.
Yeah, it's just going to show that area. So a lot of times you want something that's a little bit flowy. Like I said, maxi dresses work. I styled her for a couple of things, and the mid dress actually worked for her, but again, it kind of has to slightly hug the curve just a little bit. Okay.
So of all these body types, do you have any, I guess, takeaways for women who may want like a formal dress, if any? Like maybe they're doing a summer, going to a summer wedding, or maybe a summer gala or something like that, and they need a more formal dress. Is there any, we have, the 4 or 5 types that we talked about, but is there anything that comes to your brain that you specifically want to tell a body type to not do, or to do, if you will? Like petite, stay away from this, or curvy women, make sure you do that if you want like a formal dress for the summer.
Honestly, my rule is, it's kind of universal.
Okay.
It's, making sure that you have the proper undergarments.
Okay.
Making sure that the dress is actually a good quality and having proper lining in it. And also making sure that, keeping the dress in terms of color very simple. Not saying everyone has to do dark, but just think of like where you are with your body and your body type. If you want to minimize something, go darker.
Okay.
If you want to play up something, go lighter.
Okay.
So that's kind of the general rule.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to kind of touch because everybody has different styles and different shapes, but that's kind of the general rule. Is just always making sure that your undergarments are proper, that you have the proper lining and all that stuff in there.
Right. Okay. Well, that's some really good tips for the summer. I think everybody here in Houston, we've had a colder than usual winter and spring. Well, lately it's been nice, but up until, about a month ago, it's been kind of cool. So I think everyone's looking forward to the summer. And I know me personally, I'm like, okay, I need a few dresses for the summer. I need a few this, that. So I definitely think you're giving some good tips to not just myself, but all women watching of all different shapes on, what they can do, not only to get their closet ready for the summer, but to get themselves ready for the summer and, what to wear. So if you had any kind of last parting words for women for the summer, what would they be?
A lot of women joke about trying to get their bodies right for the summer. And the thing is, it's just really about being confident, owning who you are, and just being, confident in what you have on, you know, no matter what it is. I say go for it. Try a new trend, try a new color.
Right.
Just kind of step outside the box and really figure out what works for you, because that's ultimately the way that you start to build your self-confidence. That's the way that you can start to, you know, build your own personal style. It's just to try different things. And if you're still nervous, you can call me.
Right. I love that, because I think that's one thing that we forget. You know, we get on social media, we get on the blogs, and we see all these different outfits that look great. But somehow we find it as a way to compare ourselves and find where we're inadequate. But we can still be, we still are, not can still be, but we still are beautiful the way we are.
Right.
And there is absolutely fashion for us as we are. Even if we have goals that we're working to, that's fine. But we can still be beautiful in styling our bodies today as we are right now. So I really like that you reiterated that, because there are women out there who feel inadequate, and like they can't, you know, dress this or be pretty or be stylish because of how they look, and that's just not true.
Oh, it's not true at all. And I did a video and I wrote a blog at one point about just how to discover your style, how to even get started with it. And it's really just a common denominator thing. So it's just like, find images that you resonate with, you know, find pictures that inspire you. And it may not necessarily have to deal with fashion, but over time you'll kind of see things come together, whether it's color, whether it's, you know, a lot of times how we like our homes is similar to how we are very stylish in life. So it's really not hard. You just, like, Pinterest is your best friend.
Right.
And that's a way for you to kind of get started. You kind of start to put things together and you're like, oh, okay, I like this. And you'll see the similarities, and then, you know, just try it out.
Yeah. Okay.
And, you know, just build yourself up.
Okay. That's cool. Well, we've talked a lot about your styling. So if people want to get in touch with you, well, first of all, let's talk about the services. If you could just list the different services that you have, and then tell people how they can get in touch with you if they're interested in working with you for, you know, cleanse or styling session or whatever it is that they may want to connect with you about.
Yes, so I try to start, every client may not need it, but I usually start with the style assessment. It's a very thorough analysis of your style, your color, pretty much how to build your wardrobe, and showing you how to go from there. Then I do personal shopping, so I can do one-on-one shopping. I can do virtual shopping, where I just build a cart for you of items that I suggest that you should buy. And then personal shopping, to where I go to the store on my own for you. I've done brand and product shooting, photo shoots, where I help people build brands, or fashion brand, or image brand, should I say. So I do that, and virtual styling, which is probably the easiest thing for most people. Is economically friendly, where I can pretty much style outfits for you for work, for any occasion. And I can also help you keep an accurate document of your inventory of your wardrobe. So it's so many ways to do it, so many options. But virtual, pretty much, I can do almost any service. Style assessment, closet cleaning, which is my favorite. You know, just kind of helping you organize your closet, helping you merchandise it in a way that, you know, feels like you're shopping in your own closet.
Okay, great.
And through all that, educating and teaching you tips.
For sure.
For all that.
For sure. So if people want to reach out to you and want to book you for a style session, how do they get in touch with you?
Yes, if you like to book with me, you can always reach me at ToriShalea.com, ToriShalea.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at Tori Shalea. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook under Tori Shalea. I now have a YouTube channel where I will be sharing life and style hacks on making your life simple. That is also Tori Shalea. So everything's pretty much Tori Shalea. And also, if you would like some Pinterest pages, so if you find that your style identity, I do have some boards that have examples of outfits that work for each individual design, each individual style on Pinterest, and that's Tori Shalea, the #1.
Okay.
On Pinterest.
Awesome. So many different ways to get in touch with you. You have no excuse. Okay. So if you are interested in booking with Tori, you have multiple ways to reach her. So y'all get at her. Like I said, I'm a client. I had an amazing experience. We worked up a sweat trying on all these different clothes. I was sore the next day, but it was good. And you saw the pictures to prove it. It really worked out. So, and for me, like I said, I just launched a new blog, For the Love of Beauty. It's a beauty blog, but it's also a lifestyle blog in which I am taking the 4 main things that I feel modern women are obsessed with or interested in and find beauty in, and we're talking about them. So it's not just beauty and style. We're talking about experiences. We're talking about family. We're talking about faith. We're talking about marriage. We're talking about all sorts of things that the modern woman find beauty in, whether it's in great times or not so great times. So make sure you follow me on Instagram _4 the love of beauty, as well as follow and subscribe to the blog www.fortheloveofbeauty.com. You should see new content every week, and I'm really excited to have this new outlet to express myself and just be me. So with that being said, we want to thank you for watching All Things Beauty tonight, for tuning in with Tori and I as we navigated getting rid of the spring, moving into the summer.
Yes.
And so, again, we've told you so many ways of how to follow the show on our various platforms of communicate or of platforms of social media. So make sure you're following so you can catch the rest of this show and future shows and catch up on past shows. So we thank you. We love you. We hope to see you in the future. You guys be blessed and be beautiful. Peace.
Bye.